Hey everybody, welcome. Hey guys, how's it going? Hey Sanch, how's it going? Thanks so much guys for joining me for this live reading. So I'm actually this is like I think my third time now going live. So I'm kind of getting used to everything in terms of the dynamics, stuff like that. Um hey Heather, hey Brandy, hey everybody, what's up? What's going on? Nice to see all of you. How's it going, guys? So we're gonna just wait. If Hey Everett, nice to see you again. Okay, guys. So we're gonna just give it a few minutes. If you guys have any types of questions and stuff like that that you want answered for this reading, just type them in the chat below. Generating please for the next 48 hours. Okay, so we have some questions coming for it. Okay, let's see what's going on. So Sanch says, hello, general reading please for the next 48 hours. Okay, so let us see the type of energy that you're in at the moment. So they actually want me to use this deck. So I'm just going to shuffle it and see, Sanch, what type of energy you're currently in at the moment. Next 48 hours, Spirit, with Sanch. What is going to happen with Sanch in the next 48 hours? Okay, so we have isolation. So it seems like, Sanch, you're having some sort of difficulty right now with like expressing yourself, speaking your truth. I also see here as well that there's some sort of deception that's also taking place or has taken place for you or will essentially take place for you. So sometimes, right, when we channel, we are able to see ahead, but we also can see the past too. So what I see for you right now is that you are going through some sort of period of isolation. So this isolation was probably triggered due to some sort of deception that took place. But Spirit right now at the moment is saying that you need to work on your forgiveness. And I'm also hearing acceptance of self. So there's something that you're not really seeing right now, Sanch, in terms of being able to open that heart space and really focus on your forgiveness, understanding, and compassion. So it's through that I do see that there are going to be some sort of enlightenment that's going to take place for you within the next 48 hours. So probably after you listen to this reading, I feel like you're also going to re-listen to the message again, and it's going to help to really trigger some sort of inspiration is what I'm hearing for you to understand things from a different perspective. Like it's more of giving me the energy where it's going to provide you more of a sense of renewal within self is what I feel for you. So I do see here as well that there was some sort of victimization that also occurred for you. So this is some inner child work that is required for you, Sanch. So I also do coaching and wellness consultations as well too. So it seems like you would probably benefit from being able to be provided with additional support. So let me just shuffle and see exactly what else is going to happen within the next 48 hours. So Sanch again within the next 48 hours. So we have here the Moon. I also have here the Four of Pentacles, and we have here the Eight of Swords. So there's a lot of mental conflict I feel for you that's going on right now, Sanch. So I do see within the next 48 hours, it's going to be the same kind of energy as well. But I do see that there's something that you're holding on to that needs to be released. But I do have one of my healing decks also So I'm going to pull in terms of what that is. So there's definitely something that you're not seeing in terms of a bigger picture that's really going to have you step away from some sort of bad state that you're currently in at the moment in terms of mentally, right? So mental conflict. So let's see what that is. So I have my conspiracy deck here. I'm going to see exactly what you are holding on to that's preventing you from moving forward. Okay, so can you tell me, Spirit, with Sanch, what are they holding on to? Jealousy. So there's some sort of connection or situation that you thought might have been for you, Sanch, that you're holding on to from the past. So this situation is something where I do see you constantly keep on victimizing yourself over and over again based on past mistakes, past betrayals, past connections, past disappointment, past heartbreak. So Spirit is saying that you need to release this type of jealousy or anger or animosity that you do feel towards a particular situation. So within the next 48 hours, I do see you doing a lot of reflection in terms of what you now need to focus on in order to heal the past. So with that being said, this is kind of like something that's going to require you to do a lot more inner work within the next 48 hours. But if you are interested, I will leave my email for you, Sanch. You can email me in regards to, talking a little bit more offline, because I don't want to put all of your business out on blast, right? Because this is, for everybody to hear. So let me just send you my email, Sanch, and then you can email me. Okay, so I hope that helps, Sanch, but that's what I have for you within the next 48 hours. So you need to do a little bit of introspection in terms of your life, your path, things that happened, some sort of jealousy towards another situation that didn't work out for you, but may be working for someone else, and really looking at addressing that inner child wounding is what I see for you, Sanch. Okay, so let's see here. So that was Sanch. Okay, so let's see. So we have here, Brandy, is reconciliation coming for me and my person? So let us now see. So Brandy, Spirit, can you tell me, they want me to use this deck? Will do. All right, so Brandy, this is for you. I'm just going to shuffle. So we have here the Ace of Cups in reverse. So I feel like it's giving me the energy that there is a chance for a new beginning, but right now is not the right time. So we see here the Ace of Cups, the Magician, and the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is telling me, and the Page of Crystals is upright at the back of the deck. So what I feel for this is that there's some sort of emotional loss and creativity that you're supposed to be focusing on at this time. So ideally, if this is your twin or your counterpart, this is where I do see, Brandy, that you're supposed to be doing some sort of work behind the scenes to help shift the energies of the connection. So with that being said, I think that this goes back to, again, some sort of deception or some sort of situation too that you're not looking at or seeing from the bigger picture. So I feel like right now the focus shouldn't necessarily be on reconciliation with your person, but more of reconciliation with yourself. Because there's something here I do feel for you in terms of your home, the way you were raised, stuff like that, that is kind of like causing you to not see things from the bigger perspective. So part of this I feel for you is that you're going to have to do some sort of introspection in terms of understanding what new venture, creative ambition are you meant to be focusing on at this time. So I do see here for you, Brandy, now in terms of reconciliation, I do see that in the future there might be, so let's see, after you shift the energies, what will happen. So let me actually pull from here to see a little bit more. the heck? See, the energy is stiff because you see the deck isn't coming together. It's like right now your energy is kind of like in some sort of stagnancy, but you have to shift your energy, Brandy. So this means that you have to do some work. I'm also hearing shadow work. So you would actually really benefit as well too from some coaching because I feel like there's something that you're meant to be doing at this time, which is grounding. So because of that, it's like your person doesn't have a path necessarily to follow at the moment to help bring you guys together essentially. So let me see what exactly. Okay. So we have truth. So there's something here that you're not saying, or there's something here as well that you're not seeing. So this is what I talked about in terms of your family life, your structure, your overall dynamics that you grew up in. There's something about that that's clouding your judgment in regards to the reconciliation or wanting to reconcile with your person. So one thing that you have to keep in mind as well, Brandy, is that would you want to reconcile with your person knowing that right now they're still not at their best? So if the answer is yes, you're still willing to take them, then that's something that you have to really look at and revisit, right? Is this ideally going to help you, or is it going to be a hindrance for you? So what I do see here right now, reconciliation is not on the table for you, but it's more about reconciliation with self and doing that shadow work as well as healing that inner child is what I feel for you, Brandy. So I hope that helps. I'll also leave you my email, Brandy, because I don't want to put all of your business out here as well, too, right? So if you feel called, Brandy, and you want to get in contact with me in regards to some questions you may have or what type of work would be required for you, I can also assist you with that as well because, yeah, there's some work that needs to be done. So I hope that helps, Brandy. Sorry I didn't have a little bit more, positive messages to share, but I'm going to leave you, though, with a little bit of inspiration because I feel like, that was kind of a little bit of a harder read. So let me just leave you with a little bit of positivity. Okay, so we have here Ancestor of Exile. So this is interesting because I've never seen that card before, but I will read it for you, Brandy, to help you. And we also have here Death. So there's some sort of transformation process that you're meant to go through at this time, Brandy, but it looks like you haven't been going through the transformation that you're meant to be going through at this time. So I'm going to just read quickly because this is a lie, but I want to leave you with some positive message. So let me just read this Ancestor of Exile because I've never seen it before. And then we're going to move to the next reading. So it says here, exile does not have to be simply a state of being. For example, isolation from a community, a tribe, a place of work, or even family. Exile can extend to one's sense of self, perhaps denoting a loss of self-worth, self-understanding, and self-love. The ancestor of exile comes to help us when we feel detached from ourselves or from our aspect of our lives, enabling us to reconnect with the course of our life's journey. The sharp spike of emotional solitude is painful and damaging, especially when the wound is left unattended. The ancestor of exile will restore our sense of wholeness. So there's some sort of, as we talked about, right, reconnection to self. So right now, the energy, Brandy, for you is to be reconnecting back with yourself, as well as focusing on developing more of a stronger connection with your sense of worth, self-love, self-respect. And I'm also hearing for you your truth of who you really are, your divinity. So I hope that helps, Brandy. Email me if you have any more questions. And thank you so much. Okay, so let's see, who else am I reading for today? So we have here Heather. So Heather Jones, what's next in love? Okay. Ooh. Okay, so Heather, what is, okay, this is too many, but I feel like I need to take these two. So I'm going to take those two, and then I'm going to take two more. Okay. So Heather, what I do see for you in terms of what's next for love is that there's going to be some sort of situation that's going to be coming in very quickly with this Knight of Daggers, which is the Knight of Swords. So I do see that there's some sort of impulsiveness in terms of love that is going to be coming towards you at the moment. But what I feel like is that you are going to be in this energy where you're thinking about your own emotional stability. So what I feel for you is that it's going to lead to some sort of you moving away from something, essentially. So it's kind of like maybe you're going to be reviewing in terms of your strategies, the way in which you had dealt with love in the past. So this is what I'm feeling in terms of you understanding maybe past mistakes or past things that you went through. I'm hearing past heartbreaks. That's really going to allow you to understand more about yourself. So in the past, if you were very much impulsive in love, I do see here that now you're going to be focusing on releasing a lot of that codependency or releasing a lot of the feelings of wanting to find somebody. So it's more of like you just being in the energy of going with the flow. And so what I do see here is that there is some sort of opportunity that is coming for you with the Seven of Crystals, which is the Seven of Pentacles. But it's going to require you to kind of step into a place of growth and maturity is what I do see in terms of love. So sometimes I feel like with you, you might give your power away essentially to some sort of love connections or situations where you overinvest more than you should in terms of what's right for you and your partner. But ideally, this was some sort of issue that needed to be revisited for healing. So what I do see here is that you're going to be able to overcome that. And through that experience is where you're going to be able to find a sense of happiness with the Ten of Pentacles. So I do see that there is an opportunity to basically have some sort of abundance, future, success, cultivation is what I'm feeling as well, with a potential suitor. But it all depends on the amount of work now that you're willing to put in and review the past in terms of what didn't work and what needs to be shifted going forward. So I do see that there is some sort of love connection that's coming. So it could be some sort of air sign. So I'm hearing Aquarius. I'm also hearing Leo, and that's Sun, Moon, or Rising as well too for you that you might need to look out for. I also see here as well, there's some sort of Gemini. So heavy air sign is coming forward for you is what I feel at the moment. So I hope that helps. Okay, so let's see. So I hope that helps, Heather. So let's see. So Everett says, will I meet a new friend that I can trust? Okay, so let's see. Soul fam. So you really want to know about your soul fam. So let's see the type of personality these people may have that might come forward. Okay, so let's see. So Everett, the type of soul fam that Everett would need. So we have her trying. They told me to pull 2 more cards. We have here the 11th house. And we have here the 8th house, intimacy. So it seems like, and we have balance. So what I feel for you is that your soul fam, I've read that you're meant to meet, is going to allow you to be able to harmonize parts of your life. So ideally, one thing that you need to look out for is that you need to be able to connect or find people that are really going to aid in terms of supporting your life. So I feel like for you, Everett, sometimes you may attract people who might necessarily be kind of thinking about what can they benefit from in terms of being connected to you. But ideally, when you do meet your soul family, they're going to be able to provide a lot of that balance that's missing. So essentially, they're going to really assist you with the same type of goals that you have. So there might be a part of the same community that you currently live in right now, or I'm hearing it could be a part of some sort of online community. So this soul family that you're going to meet is going to be people who are all about humanitarian, so giving back to society. I'm also hearing some of them might be into social work, or they might actually work in a field or profession that provides support and uplifting. I'm also hearing philosophy as well too. So some of them could be scholars as well, and they're really all about discovering, sharing, giving, generosity. These are all the things that I feel like would benefit you, that you're going to find when you connect with these people. So what I see here as well is that there's going to be some sort of I'm feeling like it's like a sacral. So it could be like a pull, like that you're going to feel intuitively towards these people just before you meet them. So I'm hearing that it could be some sort of counterpart as well that might be coming through for you as well, is what I feel, Everett. Or if not, it is some sort of investment is what I feel that you're going to be making into something that these people may have that is going to allow you to connect with them. So let's see exactly what that investment is. I'm just going to be nosy. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, let's see. All right, so they're going to be very romantic. So this is where, again, I think it might come in a form of some sort of counterpart, which is what I was picking up on. And it's going to be allowing you to release some sort of toxicity or addiction or self-sabotaging that you've been doing, is what I feel here. And then it's going to help you also to come out of your head and release some sort of anxiety. So I feel like you're kind of like waiting, essentially. It's giving me the vibe of waiting for your ships to come in. But ideally, it's some sort of cycle that you're currently in right now that's not aligned with your soul family and your life purpose. So this is where I feel like, Everett, you would also benefit from some sort of coaching to best understand in terms of what it is that you need to work on to align to meet these type of people who are going to be here for the highest good of humanity. So if you are interested, again, I will leave my email for you to communicate, because I don't necessarily want to put all your business out here, right? Again, because I know some of these like live readings are a little bit personal. So I don't really want to, like, you know, put everyone's business out here, because people will watch it later and people on the live right now, you know. So I'm going to just leave that info here. Okay, guys, so that is that. So I hope that helps, Everett. So let's see. All right, so who is next? Hey, guys, thanks so much for those of you who have come in that I have not connected with. So let us see what is good. What is going on, guys? All right, so let's see. Who am I reading for next? All right. So, hey, Ange, what's up? And we have Delencia Jones. Hey, Angie. Hey, what's up? So we have a question from Ange that says, my question is, does my stepmother have pure intentions for me? So I always tell people, man, you got to trust your gut. So what does your gut say about this person to you? So let us see about your stepmother, Ange. Let's see what's going on with the stepmother. So Ange Spirit, can you tell us a little bit about stepmother in terms of what is going on? I'm hearing that the stepmother kind of puts you down a lot, Ange, is what I'm hearing in my mind, actually, or my guides are telling me. So it's like it's a burden. See, we have the 10 of Wands. So we have here Page of Cups. We have here the 3 of Cups. And we also have here the Eight of Wands. So what I feel like with this person is they give you a lot of hot and cold energy. It's like you don't really know what to do where they're concerned. So I do see here that there's some sort of burden or responsibility that you feel tied to this person. So it could just be the energy where, because it's your stepmother, you feel that you have to kind of like her, or you have to be around her, or you have to do what she asks you to do. There's something here I feel like that is causing some sort of blockage in terms of you being able to understand that sometimes we don't necessarily have to like people, get along with people. We could just coexist with somebody. I think is really the message for you, but you got to use your intuition on that. So we see here with the Page of Cups that there is some sort of, and this is where I was talking about that hot and cold. So I feel like this person may make you feel really sensitive. So it's kind of like they don't necessarily appreciate the type of sensitivity that you have. Like, I feel like this person might be a little bit aggressive towards you at times. And so we see here with the Three of Cups in reverse, this is where I do feel like, you know, this person does talk a lot about you, but it's not positive. It is kind of like giving me the vibe of a negative conversation. So because they might be tied to your father, this is where I do see that this person kind of like tolerates you because you're tied to your parent, right? But ideally, I do see here that there is something that's going to be revealed to you about this person that's going to solidify hearing what I'm telling you now. So there's some sort of information or some sort of realization that's going to hit you. I'm hearing within 5 days. That's really going to change your perspective on the situation. So with the Strength card in reverse, I do feel like sometimes you do give your power away to this person. So what I mean by that is that you know that sometimes this person can be toxic. They can they've kind of like put you down, but you still go and communicate with them. Could be a situation too where you guys might live together, something like that. But Spirit is telling me that you need to find a way to gain your own independence so that you don't have to be so reliant on this person. And ideally, you need to trust your gut and your feelings that you feel when you go around this individual. So if it's a situation where they kind of make you feel worse than how you need to feel, then this is where I feel like you have to make a choice that's for your highest good and not necessarily everybody else. So do what you feel is right in order to move away from this situation. So that's what I have for you, Angie. I hope that it helps. So let us see who's next that I'm going to be reading for. So we see here. So hey, Lillian, what's up? So we have here Heather Jones. Thank you. Absolutely spot on. Thank you again. No worries, Heather. Anytime. So we have here Anali. Hey, Angie. Hey, what's up? So we see here Everett. So that's what I'm all about, caregiving. Yes, exactly. So you're a very sweet and caring person. I did feel that. So Lillian, so how will I meet my next lover? Okay, so Lillian, let's see what's up with you. How will you meet your next lover? All right, so how will you meet your next lover, Lillian? What deck can I pull from? Okay, so you're telling me this one. So they're telling me that you're going to meet this person after you go through some sort of tower moment or some sort of healing work. So it's like as you kind of like close out some sort of cycle, I feel like that's when this person is going to make themselves known to you. So we have here base chakra. So this is all about foundations. So there's some sort of inner child work as well that I feel that's going to help you to really unlock a lot of the wisdom in terms of understanding a little bit more about yourself in terms of how your connections have been playing out for you. So I do see here that you have to do some sort of work on terms of your foundations. So this is like where you grew up, a lot of your fears, your insecurities, things that challenge you, your feelings as well, because we have here the solar plexus chakra in reverse. So a lot of your feelings of insecurity, I'm also hearing jealousy as well, or just not feeling good enough. So this is where you got to be able to do some sort of introspection that's really going to help you, Lillian, to unlock that love that is waiting for you. So there's some sort of truth about yourself that you're not currently seeing that you have to basically be enlightened about. And I feel like a lot of it is based on some sort of mental conflict that you have within. So this is where I feel like you do want to manifest love or connections, but it's like you have to kind of be able to do a little bit of some shadow work to really, really, really understand a little bit more about yourself, who you are, why you do the things that you do. I'm also hearing that there's some sort of father wound as well that you need to address and look at. I'm also hearing too for you as well, there's some sort of pattern of relationship dynamic that is tied to your mother energy or the person who modeled mother energy for you. So it's through those healing, I feel like that's where you'll be able to really tap into a little bit more understanding about yourself in terms of meeting your next lover is what I feel, Lillian. So I hope that that helps. Again, I don't want to put all your business out here because I know sometimes these things can be a little bit sensitive. So Lillian, again, I'm going to leave you my email. So if you feel called, you can, email me some of your questions and we can take it from there. Because, this is where I feel like, you need a little bit of some support at this time to help you really power through that. So that's what I have for you, Lillian. I hope that it helps. So no worries, Everett. Anytime. So Ansa's step grandmother. So we have here, hello, this is a random reading. Yeah, I guess. I mean, hey Kevin, what's up? And thanks for joining. Much appreciated. So let's see. Like I feel like okay, so who else? So we have here, wow, okay. She's always been a bully. So yep, my spirit team told me the same thing. Okay, gratitude. No worries, Ange. No worries, guys. No worries, Lillian. So yeah, so this is where you got to do a little bit of work, Lillian, but I don't want to put your business out here. But I do offer a lot of coaching and wellness support as well. So shout out to my students. Some of them are not here at the moment, but definitely like this is where I really have been pushing, and a part of my life purpose is to help the collective to basically find their own love and their own happiness. So this is a part of my mission work that I've been called to right now, which is why I've really been doing a lot of coaching, wellness support, and whatnot for folks, because this is something that we have to overcome as a collective. Okay, so let's see whose question is next. Sorry, guys, a bit parched. I have my little water here, So Kevin's question is, how can I know about my spiritual team? What type of being are they? So this is where I feel like, okay, so let's see. I don't know if I have the deck here on the table, but let me see. Okay, so you want to know. So actually, I'll be right back, Kevin. Been called to post. I know, random. I'm gonna go get one of my next decks. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, Kevin. So I am back. All right. So let us see now in terms of your family, your soul family. So who are they? I actually have, if Kevin, if you're interested, they're pointing to my attention. A reading that I did probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago called "What Type of Starseed Am I?" It's on my YouTube page, so if you want to watch that reading as well, and there is an extended, you will actually be able to find out additional messages from that reading that I did. It's called "What Type of Starseed Am I?" That's going to really provide you with a lot of clarity as well too. So let me just so Kevin, this is too many. Kevin, what type of spiritual being is Kevin? May have to choose it because I hardly use this deck. Like once in a blue I use it. So we have here Flower of Life, Inspiration, Awe, Dreams. So it seems like you are very much a big dreamer. So we also have here that there is this card here as well, which is Controversial, Assessing, and New Perspectives. So there's something here I feel like that you've recently been enlightened to or enlightened about that's really helping to shift your perspective and have you wonder, is there life really more without, like, what is there more to life essentially than just what I'm seeing here? So I'm going to be pulling from, I'm going to read this for you, Kevin, because it will help you understand a little bit more. So let's read card number 29. So it says here, the Flower of Life is the geometric 2D design that represents the self-organizing unfolding of everything in the dimensional layers of the living universe that fractures from the micro to macro. The geographic circular pattern with evenly based overlapping circles creates the continuous six-petaled flower design that also contains the Star of David hexagon shape when interesting points are lined up within the temple of Metatron's cube, and is the pattern expanding in a fractal fashion, also dimensionally the hypercube. The hexagon contains all 5 platonic solids of physical matter, cube, and it's basically like geometry. So you might be somebody who, when you do see spirit, when you do see signs or dreams, you dream in geometric patterns, so like 2D images. So I feel like that's how spirit typically communicates through you. So there's some sort of artistic ability is tied into your soul family. So it's through that artistic expression that I feel for you, Kevin, is where you're going to be able to connect more with your star or soul family as well. So I do see here, and this is what I was talking about, there's a lot of insightful energy that surrounds you at this time, as well as inspiration, wonder, and awe. So also, I do provide the coaching. So if you need support in regards to finding out a little bit more about spirituality, yourself, your beliefs, you can also email me as well too. But check out that reading that I did. It's called What Type of Starseed Am I? And that is going to give you some more information as what my guides are telling me. So I hope that helps, Kevin. I hope that will help. Okay, so let's see who's next. So we have your, a lot of jealous issues. So we have your Infinite Goddess Clarity. So it says, greetings, Angie. I met someone a couple weeks ago. There was an instant spark and attraction, and we have so much in common. What is the potential of this connection? So let's us hear. What is the potential of the connection? So thanks as well for all of you guys who have recently joined as well too. Thanks so much for your support. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for supporting me and being here, and it's cool. All right, so I'm just going to put this deck aside here because I don't need it right now. So let's see. So let's see, in terms of Infinite Goddess, what is going on with her and the person that they met? So we have here the Star in reverse, okay? You have here the Empress, and we have here the Nine of Swords. So, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So what I do see here is that there's some sort of back and forth in your head that you're kind of going through in regards to you meeting this person and you hoping that this is the last and final person, and is this the one, right? That's really what I feel for you. You really want to know in terms of if this love or connection is really good to be true. But what I do see for you is that some sort of situation from the past is still kind of like blocking your intuition and your insights. So this is where I do see that you are in Empress energy, right? You are a divine being of the light, of course. But what I do see here is there's some sort of mental clarity, mental confusion that's also going on as well that may be clouding your judgment in regards to this connection. So I do see that it does have the potential to ground and become something really good, but there's some sort of competition, some sort of situation that you still might not know about. And even in the card here, we see that this person is crying. So what I do see here is that there's some sort of introspection work that also needs to happen, where you kind of like evaluate what is the need of the connection. So how do you feel about this connection? So if you are interested, I also do twin flame checks. You can also book that as well, if you feel called to, of course, right? But there's something that you're still resisting and holding on to from the past that is really, really causing you this mental conflict. So it's when you are able to basically release that mental conflict is where you're going to be able to gather that clarity, to really understand a little bit more about the connection. So what I do see here is there is a potential for this connection to work out, but it's like if you still go into it with the same mentality or mindset that you had from before, the connection is not going to work. It's going to be incredibly toxic is what I feel. So it's like you have to kind of like look at things from a different perspective, to be able to really understand a little bit more about yourself in terms of what you may have done in the past, what may have worked, what might not have worked, and then be able to better understand how to move forward with this connection if it's something that you really want, is what I see here. So if for those of you coming in, if you are interested in any of my services, I'm going to leave my website here. So you guys can just click the link, and, you know, if you want to book a personal, you guys can do that too as well. So I hope that that helps you. But what I do see is that there is a potential for it, but you got a little bit of some work to do in terms of making sure that you don't repeat the same mistakes from the past. So I hope that helps you. All right, so let's see who's next. So we have here Rolando. So greetings from the Philippines. How my two snake colleagues thinking now after they seen me yesterday? Hey, Rolando, that's too funny. All right, so let's see what's going on with you and the colleagues. Like, what took place here? So I feel like there was some sort of deceit. Like, these people were very dishonest. I don't mean to laugh at your situation, but I just think it's funny how they behaved. So let's see. So Rolando, what is going on with you? So Rolando, what is going on with Rolando in his work situation? Wow, okay. So we have toil and labor, we have judification, and we have main male, and we have bad health. So Rolando, what I do see here is that these guys are still in the same situation that you left them in. So the situation, what I'm hearing from Spirit, was incredibly toxic, which you knew this already at work. So I see them working really hard with little to no pay and no rewards is still going on with these work colleagues. I do see here that some of them have gotten sick, or it's just a feeling of depression and really just like not in a good space since you left. So what I see here as well is there's some sort of court proceeding, or it could even just be like there's a boss that basically is kind of like controlling the staff in terms of the way in which they had been conducting themselves and whatnot. But I do see here that there's one specific person here who primarily controls a lot of what happens here. So it's kind of like this could be the boss that is going to be facing some sort of court decision. So they could have been doing some sort of, I'm hearing, fraud or theft. So there's some sort of decision that's going to be made in terms of these colleagues here. So there is a lot that's happening, Rolando, in regards to these people. So let's dive a little deeper in terms of what exactly that is. So I also got the Two of Cups that fell out in reverse. But that's telling me that there's some sort of broken communication, broken imbalance, and tension that's happening at the workplace at this time, which is why we had here the bad health, the toil and labor. So this is telling me a lot about the situation. So we have here the King of Pentacles. So this is where I do see that there's some sort of financial loss that's happening for the people that you had been working with, Rolando. So these people are still suffering. They're not doing well there because they were very greedy and they were very stingy, is what I'm hearing too. So they were only thinking about themselves, which is why these things are happening to them. So we have here the King of Wands. So again, misuse of power. So these people are all about, you know, being in power, controlling people, domination. It's a very karmic job is what I feel with this. Very toxic, very karmic, it's just not a good situation. We have here the Page of Wands in reverse. So again, I do feel like this is where there's a loss of creativity for this company, a loss of creativity for the staff. The staff are really just going through a lot right now. And there's no support for them because they're stuck in their karma, basically, is what I see. So I hope that helps, Rolando. All right, so let's see. Who is next? So if any of you guys feel called to leave a donation, actually, I forgot to add this. I always forget, but you guys can do that. I actually have PayPal. The last time somebody asked me about that too, and I was like, oh, yes. So I can give you guys my PayPal info. And then if you guys feel called, of course, you guys can donate, right? So that I can get more decks and other cool stuff too to support the channel to reach more people. So let us see here. Let me just put that info here. So this is my PayPal info. All right. So Rolando says, thank you for my reading and my message. No problem. So yeah, they're still kind of going through a lot, Rolando. So you just leave them. That's kind of like their karma, right? So no worries. So who do I have here? So it says, wow. Oh, wow. Can I know more about the coaching thing? Yeah. So Kevin, if you want to send me an email, I can definitely support you. So a part of my coaching or wellness packages that I do offer to the collective is definitely developing spiritual gifts. So I myself, Kevin, am a psychic medium as well as a twin flame. And so I have very big gifts because usually with twins, we usually come with very, very, very big gifts. And so a part of the process of coaching is to really help you to understand a little bit more about your gifts, what you have to offer in terms of your spirituality, your divinity, and finding more about building on and strengthening these gifts. Because ideally, you know, our community is big but small as psychics, mediums, spiritual people, starseeds. So a part of my life purpose is really to help develop the collective's gifts so that there's more people. So even after I go, there are other people still that can lead and provide support for other people, right? Because I can't be greedy and keep all my knowledge, my insights, everything that I have for myself, right? No, the purpose of this is to help uplift humanity. So with that being said, this will help you to really figure out a little bit more about yourself. Developing a stronger communication with your guides, I think, is also going to help you very much, Kevin, as well as you being able to understand a little bit more about your spirituality, and most importantly, making sure that you're safe, protecting yourself from being attacked or, you know, psychically in other areas as well too. So this is important because I feel like sometimes when a lot of us, we start to wake up, we don't really have very much protection, or we don't really know who can we turn to, who can help us ideally, right? And so ideally, the purpose of this is for you to, you know, be able to understand a little bit more about yourself in terms of your spirituality and what you have to offer in terms of your own self-development. So if you are called, right, send me the email and then we can take it from there. So I hope that helps, Kevin. And that's also goes for anybody else too who is interested in indigo coaching or any of my wellness coaching that I do offer, or my readings. So if you want a personal, I also have my website. I also left below too. So you guys can also book a personal reading to get a little bit more clarity for your situation as well too. So let's see, is there anybody else that I could read for? So what we'll do is we'll do a pick a card. And then you guys will pick a deck. So I'm gonna allow you guys basically to pick a deck as a pick a card, and we'll see what messages want to come forward from that. So I'm going to have 3 decks. So let us see. And then last but not least, this one here. So I'll move all of these other ones out the way. Okay, so this is deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. So these are going to be your messages for the collective. So pick your deck, and that's for you guys who are currently watching, in terms of what is going to be coming through. So in case you're having difficulty, I'm going to put some stones here as well. That's going to help you guys choose your deck. All right, so did you guys choose? So I'm going to get started. So I'm going to pick. So let's do deck number 1, deck number 2, and last but not least, deck number 3. Okay, guys, so do your thing and pick. All right, so I'm going to push these 2 decks aside here so that they're not in the reading now, and then we'll take it from here. So this is deck number 1. So this crystal is a very high crystal frequency energy. So it is a rainbow fluorite is what this crystal is. So it's very much a pick-me-up type of crystal. So if you're feeling really down, depressed, stuff like that, this crystal is very effective in terms of raising your vibration as well as helping you to elevate. And this is also the starseed. It's called, what is it? The Rainbow Moon Tarot deck. Let's see what's coming forward. So I'm going to just pull 1 card for the main message for persons who chose deck number 1. So we have here the Ace of Crystals in reverse. So what I feel intuitively from persons who chose deck number 1, it seems like there's some sort of creative endeavor or project that you guys are meant to ground. So I feel like this is going to be talking about some sort of missed opportunity or some sort of bad investment. So for some of you guys that chose deck number 1, this could be, I'm hearing romantic as well too. So for some of you guys, you may have felt like you may have made some sort of bad decision in love, bad decision in terms of finance, some bad decisions in general. But what I do see here is that you guys are willing to do the work in terms of growing and being a overall better person. So a lot of you guys are going to be going through and releasing a lot of that trauma that you guys have deep within, and a lot of that mental energy I feel as well too. So it's through that experience you'll be able to gain some sort of new perspective and enlightenment towards what is for your highest good. So I do see here that there is some sort of truth that is going to be revealed to you that's really going to help you to push and come out of that mental energy to really, really understand more about yourself. So what I'm hearing for some of you guys that chose deck number 1, you may actually end up getting in contact with somebody who is going to be able to really help you to understand a little bit more about yourself and why you chose certain decisions that you chose in the past. So what I do feel is that there is some sort of opportunity for a new beginning for you. But if you're willing to look at your past in order to best heal and move forward towards a brighter future in terms of a new beginning. But I do see that it's coming. You just have to release this opportunity you're looking at as a bad investment in order to move forward and be able to ground a prosperous future for yourself. So that's deck number 1. So I hope you guys that helped you who chose deck number 1. So I'm just going to put this here. So let us now move on to deck number 2. So this is the Apollolite crystal, which is again a very high vibrational crystal that's usually used for connecting to the Akashic records or for astral travel. So for those of you who may have chosen deck number 2, this is going to resonate highly with you, especially if you are interested in doing Akashic clearing, Akashic work. I also do this as well too. And it's very much a very high vibrational stone that you can also use for meditation, for building on your spiritual gifts, as well as connecting better with your guides. So this is if you chose deck number 2. So let's see, deck number 2, what is going on with you? So we have here the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have here the 3 of Swords in reverse. So 7 of Pentacles. So again, similar energy to deck number 1, but what I do feel for you guys is that there was some sort of, again, investment or situation that you guys are hoping to ground. So you could be an earth sign, or it could have been tied to some sort of earth sign is what I feel as well. So I feel like you guys are kind of like focusing on some sort of decision that you made that didn't lead to some sort of good imperative. So what I feel is that you guys are at the moment are feeling a little bit of uninspired and no motivation towards being able to move forward. But ideally, I feel like you guys have to just kind of focus on healing that heart chakra. So don't look at the mistakes of the past as mistakes. This was all a part of your learning lesson for your evolutionary process and helping you to grow and be a better person overall. So release a lot of that anxiety, a lot of that feelings of sadness, and dealt with in self. And I feel like you guys have been kind of like torturing yourself with this too, where you guys also have to recognize that sometimes we meet people, places, and things for a specific reason, right? Everything has a purpose, or else it wouldn't exist or would have never happened. So this is where I do see that you guys have to kind of like get out of that mental conflict in regards to your particular situation and being able to really understand and step into the light, right? So step into courage, step into truth, and step more into understanding of self is what I do see for you, deck number 2. So a lot of you guys as well, this is going to provide you with some sort of victory once you guys are able to do the work. So I do see the wheel turning in your favor. So for some of you, I'm hearing that there's some sort of imperative, I'm hearing court case or some sort of situation that you're hoping that will be a favorable outcome that is going to lead to a victory, ultimately, is what I feel for you, deck number 2. So I hope that helps, guys. So let us move on to deck number 3. So this is if you chose this Amethyst Crystal. So Amethyst is my crystal. See, I got this baby up here too. I love Amethyst. Amethyst is my connection to spirit source. It's my go-to no matter what. Amethyst is always with me. So Amethyst is a very powerful crystal as well. It really helps you to connect spiritually to other realms, as well as it's very good with protection. It's a very protective stone. So if you are somebody who's starting out, doing psychic work, stuff like that, Amethyst is it's a gem to have in your collection. So I see some people just joined us. Hey Mari. Hey, good night, guys. Hey, what's up? So hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so sweet. Okay, so hey guys, so so let me now see for deck number 3. What's good? What's going on? The heck? I don't know. That was kind of funny how it didn't connect well. Yeah. I thank all of you guys so much for joining me as well. You guys have been a blast tonight, and I am super happy. I'm like working on that. Like that's something with me that like sometimes I get so caught up in my work that I forget like I have other things I got to do as well, other imperatives. So let's see. So that might actually resonate with this reading that I'm talking about for deck number 3. So we have here the Knight of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, or the King of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups, and the Page of Swords, and the Empress in reverse. So right away I heard this is in regards to some sort of love connection, pile number 3. So what I feel for you guys is that you guys wanted to have some sort of stable, reliable connection. But ideally, I feel like this person or situation that you're currently tied to did not have some sort of good situation that became of it. Like the person that you're with is a provider. They're very generous. They're very compassionate is what I feel. I'm also feeling that this person is really, this could even be you if you are a DM watching this, guys. But ideally what I do see here is that there's some sort of recovery from the past with this 5 of Cups in reverse that's going to be taking place. So I feel like you guys might be in a period of no communication or separation from your person with deck number 3. But ideally, I do see that it's because they're kind of tied to some sort of distorted Empress. So there's somebody that they are actually connected to at the moment that is in not divine energies, right? They're in reverse Empress. So this person is very controlling, very domineering, very smothering, very manipulative is what I see here. And so this person also doesn't appreciate your person's romantic side that they have within them as well too. So I feel like this person gaslights them a lot. They could be very jealous is what I feel as well too. And so this person ideally is just very toxic. And so your person is now faced with some sort of decision where they have to kind of like release what's no longer serving them in order to have some sort of new beginning. So they're kind of like now done juggling. They're done trying to, go back and forth in their head, but they're just looking for some sort of inspiration to ground, some sort of new beginning in terms of the connection with you and them is what I feel. So it's kind of like they want to end this period of rest. They're done weighing their options. And so they feel like, though, that when they do come back towards you, that you're going to be very cutting towards them is what I feel as well, too. So what I feel for this pile is that you guys have to trust your gut when this person does come back. So I do feel like if this is a romantic connection, they are going to come back. Or if this is a work connection you guys wanted some clarity on is what I feel, there's going to be an opportunity basically to manifest a better situation for yourself. But it's just about you using your discernment in order to make sure that a lot of the mistakes of the past don't keep repeating again for you in the future. So that's what I have, guys. Okay, so I think, is there any more questions you guys have for me? I think that might be it. So hey, good night, Mari. And no worries, Everett. I'm glad it resonates with you. So I think we are good, guys. I thank you guys so much once again for joining me for the live. For those of you guys that I had reached out to, or any of you who have any questions, you guys can definitely send me an email. I'm super chill. I'd love to hear from you guys. So if you have any questions or things that you want clarity on, I definitely have my email here as well. Or you guys can check out my website if you want to book any of my readings or services that I do offer. Because I also do energetic clearing work as well too, and a whole bunch of different cool stuff. So if you guys are called, check out my website, check out my info. So I think that is it, guys. If anybody else has any more questions, you guys can so email me. I'd love to hear from you. And I send you guys all love and light and blessings for being able to come and attend this reading, this mini read. So thanks, guys, again. Love and light. All right, guys. Take care.